gonna keep going, goddammit. What it do? Wow.
Erickson Lubin.
Truth, Errol Spence Jr.
There's a big left hand.
Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. What's going on, everybody? I am KQKC Boxing Network. This is the morning after show. Me and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's good, Knockout?
Yo, what's good, man? How you doing, OG?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. We had a good night of boxing. Or some people say we had a bad night of boxing. It depends on which fight we talking about. And we talking about stoppages, the referees.
Yeah, it was just okay.
I mean, it was like, the referees.
I was saying it was just okay.
It was just okay. What'd you say?
Yeah, it was okay because it was some good fights. Yeah, I said it was okay because it was some real good fights, but then it was some bad stoppages in there. So it just kind of you had some good fights, and then you had some stuff in the wrong way. So it just make you mad sometimes, man. But go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Oh, what's going on, young world in that super chat, baby? Yes, sir. What's happening? OG, let's do this, baby. Good morning, KO. Salute to the chat. Wow. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, young world. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is the best year of boxing we getting. But I hate to see it get messed up about bad stoppages. I know at least 2 bad stoppages we had last night, and especially in the main event with Julian J. Rock. So let's see who all in the building first, and we're gonna go ahead and get to it. All right, and let's see. All right, let's start it right from the top, baby. Yes, so we got 3 to 5. You dig? What's going on? Thomas Hill, what's happening? All right, Thrill Hill, what's going on? D1, what's going on with you, baby? Yes, sir. Started Kid, Duke, it's up in here. What's going on with you? All right. Thomas Hill, yes, sir. Not me. What's going on? All right. Young World, yes, sir. My guy, Young World, all the way out there on the West Coast. All right, Omega Red, what's going on? Yes, sir. Philly Bull 91, what's happening with you? All right, yes, sir. Brian King, Falcon, what's happening? All right, what's going on, Marcus? Salute to you, man. All right, yes, sir. Victor, I see you, man. I see you. All right, Coach Amber, what's going on, Nisi? How you feel working on a Sunday? Wow, Nisi, man, they got you working hard. Wow. Andre Gray is up in here. Salute, Andre. Yes, sir. Who else we got up in here? Mike Masick is up in here. What's going on with you? All right, yes, sir. We got Picasso. Paint that picture, baby. Yes, sir. Paint that picture. Earl wins by knockout. Wow. All right. I can see that. Yes, sir. We got Edward Platt is up in here. What's going on with you? Edgar Chavez is up in here. What's going on? Flawless mentality. What's going on? Dr. Marks is up in here. What's going on, Doc? All right, how you feel? All right. Who else we got up in here? Boss Dog is up in here. What's going on, Boss Dog? Yes, sir. And salute to my man, Shakir Bella. What's going on with you? And what's going on, Dog Money? Yes, sir. I'm in here too, baby. Yes, sir. All right. And that's all we have right now. Y'all know what to do, baby. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. All right. Yes, sir. Let's get this started.
Hey, KQ, I don't know if you remember, but I want to start here. You remember the last time that heavyweight Adam Kownacki fought? Remember I said he should retire and he was a punching bag and he was done and he was trash?
Yeah.
Did you see him? Did you see him? What happened to him yesterday, man?
I didn't see that. No, what happened?
He was the co-main event on the Berlanga card.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch
and
that.
He got beat up by just some trash. Joe, he got beat up by a dude named Joe Kqkc, and he looked. Adam Kownacki need to retire, man. You cannot be a punching bag at heavyweight. It got so bad in there, man. His family was climbing up on the apron to his corner to try to get them to stop the fight. Yeah. Finally,
that's embarrassing.
Finally, the doctor stopped it, man. Finally, the doctor stopped the fight, but this was supposed to be like a comeback, stay busy fight for him, man.
Oh man,
yeah, and it went horrible. I thought I know you got to see the Edgar Berlanga fight. I didn't know if you got to go back and watch the co-main event, but if you want to see some rock'em sock'em robots, man, then that would have been the fight to watch. They were just going off on each other, and he was in there, and the dude he was in there with was so trash. If anybody would have been worth something, they would have got Kownacki out there in the first round or two, man. He done. Wow. He overdone, man. He overdone, man.
You know, it amazes me. I thought he was going to be more than what he is, because of the punches he took and the punches he gave. Then, of course, next you know, he is a robot, a punching bag, and it's funny, but it's not funny because if he don't have brain damage, you know, something might be coming down the line. And I hate to see that. I'd rather see him take a walk out of there than sit there and keep on getting punched. You know, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We already know that. You're not going to be that star. You're not going to be undisputed. You're not going to be unified. You know, so, I mean, you might as well go ahead and maybe find something else to do.
All facts, bro. They love him. He from Poland, you know what I'm saying? The Poland people, they love him and stuff, man. You know, do your thing and support your community, but you can't be. I always knew he was gonna run into the wrong one because he's a volume puncher with no defense at heavyweight. You can't just be throwing punches all wild at heavyweight, bro. Like this ain't 115 pounds, dog. These dudes 240, 250, and you leaving yourself open with your head on the line, no head movement. You trying to throw 1,000 punches, bro. You gonna get your ass caught. And Hellenius broke him, and then broke him again. Then he lost to that dude Ali Demirazon, and he looked like trash when they said he was coming back. And they had him as like a plus 700 favorite or plus 12. I was like, I ain't no way. I threw some money on the other guy just because, and I end up hitting last night. I'm like, bro, you can't. Adam Kownacki is nobody's favorite, bro. He trash right now. They need to just let that man retire, man. Because remember, he was a PBC fighter, but he was fighting on his own last night.
Right.
So you say, hey, they didn't gave him money unless they want to put him in there with Jared Anderson and just let him put him on his resume. You need to just leave it alone because that's all people gonna do now. They're gonna be like, hey, my prospect need a win. Somebody call Kownacki.
You know, I mean, he's gaining
tune up. Somebody call Kownacki. Get Kownacki in here. He might well just leave that shit alone, man. Talk.
Man, he's gained the fight. But then, you know, it just I don't know why he think that it's going to happen. I don't know. You're not going to wake up next morning and be a champion. It's not going to happen. You know. So about you know, I don't know. I feel bad for him because he wishing on something that's not going to happen, and at the process he's getting beat up. Yeah, he's getting brain damage. He's losing brain cells, and it's not going to happen. And you know, like I said, we don't know what the future holds for him. You know, he might start slurring his speech, anything, any minute now. You know, so but that's all I have on. What's up, big dog Willie?
Yeah,
what's going on, man? Yes, sir. What's going on, Con? Con KOEJ in Charlo in a Walmart parking lot. Facts. Okay, big dog. No, you crazy. I don't know what, man. You know that? I don't know what.
Bro.
I don't know to laugh or cry at you, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, man. I be wondering if we should check him for some brain damages. I don't know what the hell going on, big dog Willie, man.
I know.
But let me ask you this before we get to some more fights, man. Canelo Alvarez signs a 3-fight deal to the PBC. Look like your boy might get his shot. Your boy Charlo might get his shot, man. What you think of that, man? Who you think he gonna be fighting, and what do you think of Canelo coming back to the PBC on a 3-fight deal, man?
Well, you know, originally of course, that 3-fight deal was different at first. I mentioned that a long time ago about the 3-fight deal. But now, okay, it's Charlo now. But at first it was Bibble, it was Benavidez, and it was Morrell. Okay, Charlo wasn't in the mix at that time. Coming, Charlo wasn't active, and actually he's not active now. But PBC is doing anything. Okay, I can't see that. Showtime is doing anything because Terrence Crawford is a PBC fighter right now. I mean, now Canelo is a PBC fighter right now. But Canelo now, hey, I ain't no disrespect to Canelo, but that's Canelo MO. He trying to find, and I gave everybody this example. When a lion, they pick out in the buffalo, all the buffalo, they find the wounded one, right? They find the one that they can really, really handle, the one that got problems, one somebody got problems. Well, that's Canelo. Canelo finding fighters that got flaws or something like that. Because how long Charlo been calling out sentiment? How long? A long time. And now when he got problems, when now he's at his lowest, I want to fight Charlo. All right? Because he still got the name, but his brain and everything mentally, he's not there. So of course we're gonna go ahead and fight him. And yes, now allegedly they're supposed to fight on September the 16th. It's supposed to be a done deal. Now, I don't know how true that is, but now this is what bothers me with Berlanga. He believes that Canelo can do whatever he wants to do. He's at that level now that I can do. He can do whatever he wants. He can fight whoever he wants, just whatever you feel like doing. No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. He should do what he's supposed to do. And do what the sanctioned bodies or whatever the rankings call for him to do. But I think right now, Canelo, it would be better for boxing if he go head on and go out gracefully, because he's just wasting our time. I'm serious. He's fighting guys that yes, he's undisputed. Okay, great. Yes, he making all kind of this money. And I know Charlo, he wanted that fight for a long time, but now this is the wrong time. But I know he's not going to pass it up because that's that competitive nature in him, So, but I don't know. Maybe Ronnie could talk to him. I don't know, but still,
go ahead.
Yeah, So, but I would like to see Canelo maybe go out gracefully. That gonna free up a lot of money. They're gonna free up belts and more better competition, So, and I was just looking at Morrell last night. He want all that smoke. He want all the smoke from everybody, and that's the difference. So, but hey, it is what it is. But he's staying away from David Benavidez. I guarantee you that. So let's.
So who do you think? So we know the first fight gonna probably be Jamal Charlo. Who do you think the other two are gonna be?
Well, see, that's the catch there. He didn't want to fight Benavidez because Benavidez, is a dangerous fight. Now, Morrell, that's a dangerous fight. And I know Canelo. Well, he haven't fought nobody, or he hasn't got enough fights. He only had 9 fights, But Morrell hungry. He wants that fight. And Canelo ain't stupid. Eddie ain't stupid. Eddie Ronaldo, he ain't stupid. So I don't know. Bill said, no, we ain't finna fight up there. We want to fight at 168. He want them belts, but so I don't know. And that's a good question because I don't know who he's gonna go after him next. Because Canelo, he can pull out anybody out of his hat. Look how he pulled out John Ryder. So I don't know. There's the thing about it. Who is out there? Who is out there that he can fight at that weight or whatever weight he want to fight at? I don't know. I just don't know. Jaime McGill, that ain't gonna happen. Jaime McGill, he gonna stay away from Canelo. So he gonna stay away from Charlo too. Jaime McGill. So I don't know.
Man, so as far as him coming to the PBC and Charlo being the first fight, I got mixed emotions about it. I ain't gonna lie, because the part of me is like, well, shit, Jamal, it's your fault. You know what I mean? Like you made decisions to keep yourself out the ring for 2 years. You made decisions to to make decisions in your personal life that have affected you. Every time that you had a drink in your hand, hell, you could have had a bottle of water in your hand. Every time you chose to go to a party, go to a club, you could have chose to go to the gym. So I'm not gonna make excuses for Jamal Charlo being inactive or not being as dedicated to the sport. That's on him, bro. You know what I mean? That's his.
Right.
Those are his choices. So if you go in there and Canelo beat your ass, that's on you, bro. Like, I know I'm not making no excuse. Oh, he only lost because of this. He only lost because of that. Nah, bro. Like, that's on you. Now, the other part is you 100% right, though. Like, at the end of the day, two things can be true. So, yes, Jamal Charlo is a grown man. Yes, he's responsible for making sure that he stays in shape, making sure that he stays ready, fighting better competition, putting on great performances. Yes, he is 100% in control of that. But the other side of it is what you said about Berlanga, bro. Like, all these dudes, if you still making millions, if you still stepping inside that square circle, you owe it to the fans, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the sport to still be trying to fight the best and not be running around here always trying to look for advantages. Canelo, I don't like opportunists, bro. I don't like people that are opportunists that, oh, I'll fight you, but let me make sure that you look like you slipped first. Let me make sure that you look like you ain't yourself no more. Let me make sure that I catch you when you at your absolute lowest, so I know I got the better chance to win. Hell, the fact that he's willing to do that alone lets me know that he always saw Charlo as a threat. Because I guarantee you this: if Charlo was John Ryder, he'd have been fought him. If Charlo was Abner Yildirim, he'd have been fought him. But the fact that you're trying to fight him right now, lets me know that way back when you always viewed that man as a threat. You always, and so your fans acting like Charlo was nobody, and you just took the franchise belt because you was just this great fighter, and they bestowed that shit on you, and you was never ducking Charlo. This right here lets me know that all that is bullshit, because if he wasn't a threat back then, you wouldn't be fighting him right now when you know he's not at his best, and you know he put on and he fits the criteria, right?
Right.
Coming off a bad performance against Montiel, inactive in the ring, got some personal problems. Oh yeah, let me fight him. Let me get him. He did the same shit with Triple G, inactive. Bring him. Oh yeah. Oh, and he ain't never fought at 168. So I'm bringing up a fighter that ain't never fought at 168. That's been out the ring for 2 years. That's got these personal issues. And then with all his fans and all his apologists, they're gonna say, "Well, y'all were asking for this fight." So now that he giving you the fight, now you wanna complain, yeah, bro, because we ain't stupid, and I can see what he doing. As far as who the other two might be, I think it's gonna be Demetrius Andrade, and I think it might be Earl Spence, bringing him up to like a catch weight of 164. Earl might even go up and fight him all the way at 168, assuming that Earl beats Bud Crawford, of course, because I don't think Canelo is the type to fight a Benavidez or a Morrell in the midst of that 3-fight deal, because they very active, they very young, they ain't got no, you know what I mean? I don't think that he sees himself beating them, whereas he can psych himself up. Okay, Jamal Charlo out the ring 2 years, I can catch him. I can catch him at this one. Demetrius Andrade, he always been inactive. He ain't fought no good competition. He looked like he can't punch at 168. His legs and his balance is looking gone. He looked like he passed it. And you know what they'll do? Demetrius Andrade is, if he's in that deal, which we don't know, he ain't gonna fight nobody, bro. He gonna wait on Canelo to the end of the year to continue to be inactive. He ain't gonna fight nobody. He ain't gonna get no tune up in. He ain't gonna do none of that shit. So he gonna wait, and that's gonna play to Canelo's advantage. And then he gonna look at Earl like, okay, man, I can bring him up 2 weight classes. You know what I mean? It's gonna probably be the biggest money fight, assuming that he beat Terrence Crawford. So if I do lose to him, I get the biggest bag possible at the end of this 3-fight deal, and I ride off into the sunset, bro. So that's what you know what I mean? And I hear what you're saying, Teach, but Canelo don't care about how much money the fight makes. He care about how much money he make. And if, as long as they was willing to give him Andrade on a deal, I think he would choose Mal Charlo, Andrade, and then Earl Spence. I do not think David Benavidez or Dave Morrell on that deal, because if Dave Benavidez was on that deal, he wouldn't be so pissed off. He wouldn't be so pissed off. He wouldn't be mad at he wouldn't be mad talking about we offered him $45 million, we offered him this, we offered him that. If he was on the deal, he wouldn't be talking like that, bro.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be talking like that. So those are the three I think he's gonna fight, man. I think two of the three, or I think they're good fights, but I think they're still him trying to like the lesser evil, so to speak. It's funny, and I'll end it with this. Canelo, name one time, and this is serious for all the Canelo fans and even you, OG, if you can think of it, right? I need someone to name me one time Canelo gave us the fight we wanted when we wanted it. One time, he's never fought someone when we wanted him to fight them. He's always made us wait. When it was Triple G, we had to wait a few years. Jamal Charlo, we had to wait a few years. Andrade, we have to wait a few years. And if he ever fights David Benavidez, we again will have to wait a few years. He's never given us what we wanted when we wanted it, man. And that's just the bottom line. And that's all I got on it, OG.
Yeah. You know, and David Benavidez, you know, and I don't blame him. I would be upset because when we did the interview on my show, he was very excited about this because this goes all the way back to Callum Plant. And when he fought, you know, and that deal was in works before Callum Plant. And they told him and Sampson, listen, if you get past Plant, then we're gonna guarantee you the Canelo fight next. And he was so excited about that. And that gave him motivation to help him win against Plant. And now, you know, no offense against Morrell, and you know, he liked Morrell, but he said, you know, look, I want the big fights. And Morrell right now, nobody knows him. No, that's just, you know, us hardcore Boston fans. But he doesn't have a lot of accolades on his record. He's only 9-0, you know, so he really don't bring a lot to the table. You know, but Canelo does. And now, you know, but that fight I can see down the line. I can see it heating up, you know, but right now, you know, that fight got to marinate a little bit. And I don't blame him. Because you just coming off a win with Callum Plant. And now you going a step back? No. And that's a dangerous fight too for him, you know, with a low reward. So, you know, Canelo, you got to man up sometimes. You got to man up sometimes and give us what we want. You're going to man up sometime and fight the top level competition.
Because you can get more respect in a loss than you get in these bullshit ass wins you be doing, bro. Exactly. And I'm gonna keep 100 with y'all. Bro. I would respect I would respect a close ass, tough ass, great ass loss to David Benavidez for Canelo Alvarez over a win against Demetrius Andrade. I know that shit sound crazy to y'all, bro, but I know Demetrius Andrade too small for 168, bro. Right. I know he too little. I know his legs are gone, bro. He been falling down all over the ring for like he had 2 or 3 fights. All somebody do, push him a little bit and he lose his balance, and bro, he ain't what he used to be, bro.
Right.
I would respect a close ass, tough ass loss to David Benavidez over a win against Demetrius Andrade right now, bro. In 2023, 2024. Straight up, man. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Now, OG, go ahead and catch Super Chat because I want to throw something back at you and then see what you think about it. But go ahead and catch your Super Chat, man.
Big Dog Willie once again in the Super Chat. He said, imagine if Hagler did what Canelo is doing now. Yes, sir. Damn. All right. Wow. Okay.
Damn,
okay.
That's tough. That's tough right there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah, my I don't know. Okay, I don't know what happened. My screen went dark. It should light back up. But what I was gonna ask you was, you still there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. I don't know what
I can see you.
Okay, my bad, man. So what I was gonna ask you was this, man. So okay, I got you. So okay, cool. So what you just said about David Benavidez, I understand that train of thought, but here's my thing with David Benavidez and David Morrell, OG. I'm always asking for the best fight possible. And I remember that David Benavidez was calling out Caleb Plant, and he and his father and his team, they were mad because Caleb Plant was waiting on the Canelo fight. And they wanted to fight Caleb Plant then, and Caleb Plant was telling them, you don't bring nothing to the table. You ain't,
Right.
you know what I mean? You ain't even a champion.
Right.
You lost your belt, blah, blah, blah. David Morrell, if David Benavidez is not fighting Caleb Plant, is not fighting Canelo Alvarez, David Morrell is the fight to make because it's a great fight. And on
Yeah.
top of that, he calling you out, and you done gave us this persona of the boogeyman. Don't nobody want to fight you. Ain't nobody on your level. Well, you got a guy that's calling you out aggressively. They're saying that he's already signed a contract to fight you. And now your daddy is talking about he don't bring none to the table. He need 2 or 3 more fights. Well, when you
Right.
say shit like that, I got to look around and I got to be like, okay, what did Ronald Ellis bring to the table? You fought him. What did David
Right.
Lemieux bring to the table? You fought him. What did Kyron Davis bring to the table? You fought him. So I need David Benavidez to keep that same energy and fight the fights that we asking him to see. I hate that you didn't get the Canelo fight, dog. I do. But damn it, there's another one out there, and his name is David Morrell, and that's a great ass fight. And I need that shit, bro. I'm not one of these ones that's gonna just the same thing. You done heard the same thing I was asking for Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, bro. Like, hey, I hate he
Right.
ducked
Right.
y'all. I hate that
Right.
he ducked y'all, but shit, I need y'all to
Right.
get it cracking. Forget him.
Right.
Forget him. Y'all two is a great fight. So I
Mm.
don't like that energy that Benavidez and his pops is showing towards David Morrell. Because when they was in that same position, they wanted the shot. And now they in a position of David Morrell want his shot. And here's the thing, and here's the twist. If they want to find out what it brings to the table, David Morrell is the regular WBA champion.
Right.
David Benavidez is the WBC interim champion. When the last time the WBC made Canelo fight a mandatory that he didn't want to fight? The WBC has already showed you, if you paying attention, bro, if David Benavidez push too hard, they'll just franchise Canelo.
Right.
They'll just franchise him. But maybe if you make yourself the mandatory in 2 sanctioning bodies by beating David Morrell Jr., maybe Al Heyman can get the WBA to force something. Because Al Heyman and the WBA have a very good relationship. So David Morrell brings something to the table. He brings something to the table. I just understand he a dangerous ass fight. And ain't nobody trying what they really don't want to say is, bro, if we lose, then we got no shot to get the Canelo fight. So we just trying to hold tight. But that ain't the energy y'all been giving off. And y'all need to keep that same energy. What do you think of that, OG? What do you think of that?
Well, yeah, you have a point. But Morrell and Benavidez, if you can't get Canelo fight, yeah, that is a good fight. That's a dangerous fight, but it's a good fight. We are talking about 2 different fighters. Benavidez, he's flat-footed, but he got power. But Morrell, he's a southpaw. He's up on his toes at that size. He was a big star in Cuba. A couple fights ago, he put a fighter in the hospital and in a coma. And in Cuba, he put a lot of people in the hospital. Now, yes, is Benavidez scared? I don't know. He's not going to ever admit it if he was. But still in all, that is a fight to make. That is the best fight to make. And if they fight, that would bring Canelo probably behind that rock and come out and show himself. I don't know. But one thing I know is that those 2 guys, they young, they hungry, they fresh, they want a big fight. They want to fight each other, but right now, everybody seems like they wait on Canelo, but, please, they can make that fight, and I'd like to see that fight happen. And one thing they have in common, and now a lot of people don't know this, they have Samson Lewis in common.
Yeah, promote both.
He is a promoter of both of these guys. So that means that, hey, they can get it on at any time. But David Benavidez, he's told, AKA, also known as ETB, Key, that, hey, look, man, I don't know nothing about that, but he does. But he said he didn't, but he does, but he wants Canelo. Now, the reason why.
Shit, they can do. Oh, my bad, OG. Keep going.
No. I was just saying, the payday. That's the difference. The payday.
Fact.
That's what brings to the table for David Benavidez. A long time ago, I used to say, Floyd Mayweather was the Willy Wonka with the golden ticket. You're gonna get at least $3 million when you fight Floyd. Okay, well, same with Canelo. You're gonna get a good payday when you fight Canelo. So
Fact.
that's what I have, you know. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
man, and shit. They both 25 years old. Y'all could do y'all own shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what if y'all fight 3-4 times and y'all both end up not losing to nobody but each other and both be great? And y'all fight at 168, both become champions again at 175, running through everybody, and then fight again at 175, and then y'all become champions at cruiserweight, running through everybody, then fight again at 200. Y'all could be on some. I ain't predicting this, but this is why you got to get the best fights. But y'all could be on some Hagler Hearns, you know what I'm saying? Hearns and Leonard shit, bro. Like, what if y'all really are just way better than everybody else and y'all beat everybody else ass but each other? Shit, y'all might be the big payday that y'all think y'all get with Canelo. You never know, but you gotta fight the fights, bro. You gotta fight the fights. That's all I got, man.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So that's all I got on that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about the one to zone main event, man. We gotta talk about Berlanga, then we'll get into the Showtime card, man. Edgar Berlanga out here just he done fell off, man. There was a time you were knocking everybody out in the first round. He was the next big thing. They were talking about Edgar Berlanga would destroy Benavidez. He would destroy Canelo. Top Rank was really trying to market him. Now he got dropped by Top Rank. He make his debut on the zone against Quigley Wiggly from the Piggly Wiggly, and he did not look good last night, man. What you got on Edgar? What you got on Edgar Berlanga, man?
Man, listen, Edgar, he's never gonna look good. You know, sometimes fighters they wishing upon a star. They wishing they can pretty much something gonna click. Or okay, well, if I get this trainer or this trainer or this trainer, then I can use, I can be that guy. No, you can't. Edgar Berlanga, yes, he has power, no doubt about it, but he doesn't have a tank. He doesn't have great accuracy with his punches. He just go in there and steamroll, and hopefully one of the punches will land. That's who Edgar Berlanga is. And Eddie Hearn, he's pumping him up. He think, oh, wow, I got the next Canelo. Because Canelo, he's not with Canelo right now. So, therefore, he figured, okay, Edgar Berlanga, he can step in. No, he can't fill those shoes. He cannot fill those shoes. Now, Edgar Berlanga, he's a little arrogant, all right? He's a little arrogant because he don't want to listen. He don't want to listen, and if he did listen, I don't think that would help either. He just don't have no athletic ability. That's what I look at. He just doesn't have it. All he looking is to seek and destroy. But that's all. That's all. No finesse. No kind of fundamental skills. He don't know how to fight in mid range or outside or in the inside. So I mean, in all three ranges, he's just out there throwing punches. And what makes it so bad, he wearing this jewelry, he's wearing name brand this and that. He think he's at Canelo level, but he's not. All right. I don't even think he's above nobody's level right now. And they're gonna soon find out. They're gonna soon find out because sooner or later he's gonna run into that guy. They're gonna put him on the canvas for good. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. So or knockout. Now he can fight lower competition.
Yeah, but ain't nobody trying to see that shit, man.
Right.
And
Exactly.
these promoters keep giving him an opportunity to be a headliner. They let him do some main event shit for Top Rank. Now the zone is main eventing them and shit. Like, why, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you believing in this guy? What has he done except early on in his career and the guys that he fought and knocked out and all that? That was our hype. Pretty
They
much
holding on to them 16 knockouts he got, OG. This man got 0 knockouts in his last 5 fights since he stepped up the competition. He couldn't even get Quigley out of there. He knocked him down a few times, but his fundamentals and his ability to finish is so bad, bro. He couldn't get Quigley out of there. Quigley couldn't even go 2 rounds with Andrade, and Andrade ain't even a power puncher like that, bro. And that was down at 160.
Wow.
He's not good, bro.
Yeah.
Berlanga is not good. I'm starting a petition on my channel. I'm gonna put that shit in the community page. I think he should have to change his fucking nickname, bro. Like you can't walk around with a nickname called the Chosen One when you look like this in the ring, bro. That nickname is reserved for people that really can fight. You don't get to be the chosen one, and you is a C-level fighter, bro. Like I'm not doing that. His jab was horrible. His head is always on the line. He getting countered left and right by Quigley every time he coming in. He just happened to have so much raw power in that fight. He knocked him down a few times, and so he ended up winning a wide decision. But it's the same shit I told y'all about Kownacki. Berlanga is another one that I'm waiting on. The moment he step up, they gonna think they have a fight for him. They gonna think that they putting him in position. The moment he step up in competition, bro, I'm betting everything I can against him, dog. He not that good, bro. He not that good out. And you know, Eddie Hearn ought to be kicking himself. He thought he got Berlanga over there for Canelo, and Canelo done dipped off on his ass, bro.
Yeah.
Canelo done dipped off on. Now he got Berlanga. Who he gonna put him in there? Y'all know who he should put him in there with? See, I'm kind of different. The one they should be building that they maybe should have got that shot against Quigley. They need to go ahead and feed Edgar Berlanga to Diego Pacheco. Yeah, that's what they should do. They should feed him to Diego Pacheco, the kid that's 168 pounder, undefeated, out of Jose Benavidez and David Benavidez camp. Go ahead and feed him to him. Let him main event against him so you can build Diego Pacheco name, bro. Because he ain't it. Like trying to build him, quit giving him Diego Pacheco opponents. It's the same shit I say about Montana Love. Quit giving Montana Love opponents that you should give to Richardson Hitchens, bro. Like you need to let Richardson Hitchens fight them people. And while I'm on that, you know Montana Love just pulled out their fight.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, him and Richardson Hitchens was supposed to fight on the Bumgarner undercard, but he pulled out. Montana Love got an injury, an undisclosed injury, and so they took them both off the card. They trying to postpone it, but I don't think Montana Love really want that smoke. No, I think he gonna keep stalling that one out because Richardson Hitchens put powers on that boy. But yeah, that's what I think of Berlanga OG. The same shit. Like he easy to pick off, he easy to hit. And then like when he get hit, he don't make an adjustment and start getting his head off the line. He don't put his guard up. When he get hit, he clap his gloves together and shit. Like, bro, that ain't it. Like, we know you got hit. What is that doing? Like, you need to do some better shit, man. You work on your defense, do something. But I'm with you, man. He ain't that good. Yeah, he ain't good at all, bro. Edgar Berlanga, it was an okay performance, but I expected a lot more, man, with the way Top Rank was promoting that dude. But now he done lost that deal, and now he out here bad, just barely winning fights that you think he should just walk through. And it's gonna continue to be like that, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I say, you know, power punches. You know, we have seen big fighters lose. Just because you big, that don't mean anything. Look at Anthony Joshua. He can lose. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, the skills pay the bills, and I believe that. And Edgar Berlanga don't have a skill in his body, not at all. You know, so.
And we should also start a new rule where you shouldn't be able to wear a chain until you win a championship. So every time you win a championship, you get to add a chain to your shit. This man got 18 chains on, and he like the NABO Intercontinental Regional Champion or some shit, bro. Like, what kind of deals are they signing him to where he can even buy those chains, bro? How does he have the money? Are those chains fake? I got so many questions for him. I would love, if anybody know Edgar Berlanga, let him know. I would love to interview him, but it ain't gonna be the type of interview that he think it is. It'll be totally different because I got so many goddamn questions. Like, why do you have so many chains and you have accomplished nothing? They gonna decrease in value as they get older, and you gotta be able to you should buy yourself an apartment or a house or something, bro. Like, stop wearing all them chains and shit. He got the big ass tattoo on his back, say chosen one and shit, and I don't know what he gonna be doing in a couple of years. He 25, bro. He'll be out of here by the time he's 28. As soon as they step him up in competition, his ass getting smoked. I'm telling you all that shit right now, bro. But that's all I got on it, OG. You got anything else, man?
Oh, what? No. What only thing about this, Edgar Berlanga, you're right. I'm just curious. What type of contract he's under, or did they revise his contract after all these knockouts and everything like that, and one of them contracts that you can't go back on because his lifestyle. If you look at his lifestyle, he's living a lifestyle of a champion, and he's
Fact.
not a champion. He just don't have it, but he living a lifestyle of one. The cars and the name brand clothes and the Nor and all that stuff, and the change, like you said. And I'm just curious. I'm just curious what type of contract he was under with Tom Rain, or what did Eddie offer to give him
Fact. All
So
fact.
yeah.
Oh, and another rule: if you ain't never won a championship before, you don't get to wear sunshades on stage, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't never won a championship, you don't get to wear sunshades at the press conference. That's another rule. So no chains, no sunshades, unless you don't want a real championship before. That's it, bro. That's all I got.
I don't get this guy, and it really pissed me off though. It does, because he really believes, he's like a Rolly, a Rolly 2.0.
I love the drip. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I love the drip and shit, but I need you to have it. Gotta have something to come with it. I gotta believe in what you're selling, bro. Like I can't see you up there with all them chains on and you know what I'm saying, got the shades on and shit. You ain't accomplished nothing. Like when Devin Haney do it or Tank Davis do it, I know they can fight. I know they done beat some people. I know that they really like that, bro. You know what I mean? I can't watch Edgar Berlanga up there on stage looking like Devin Haney and Tank Davis with all the chains and the shades and shit. I can't take that serious, man.
Right. And no, he ain't earned a damn thing. He ain't earned a wrist chain. Bro. Hey,
man. Hey, I think it's boxing fans, man. I know that we argue about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney and fucking Tank Davis. But I think all these fan bases, we should all come together and start a petition that you don't get to wear chains and shades unless you have done what one of them have done, at least bare minimum. You gotta do what one of them have done, bro, because this is some bullshit. Let's get to the Showtime card, OG. Let's talk about it, man. Am I here? Am I good? My shit went out.
Yeah. You good? You good? I see you. You good?
Okay. All right. Cool. The first fight of the Showtime card, man. The 115-pound IBF title between Martinez and Bornea. Them two young men was getting it in, bro. They was getting it in. What you got on that fight, man? That was a damn good fight.
Man, I like the fight. Bornea, I call him Bornea, but Bornea, listen. First of all, let me say this. Every Filipino fighter is not the next Manny Pacquiao. Please stop saying that shit, okay? Y'all stop saying that. The next Manny Pacquiao. Not you all, but the commentators. Oh, man. Oh, he got that move for Manny Pacquiao, his countryman. Listen, no, it's only one Manny Pacquiao, all right? No, please, anybody, no offense, but anybody that looks Oriental, they must be the next Manny Pacquiao. Well, they're not, okay? They're not. Now, of course, the fight was a great fight. Those bantamweights, and that was super bantamweight, IBF, and they was letting their hands go. What we expect from the little guys, right? They let their hands go. And one thing about it is that Martinez, right now, he's not very accurate, but he's very powerful. If you get clipped by one of them punches, you're gonna feel it. As a matter of fact, you might just get bruised up, But Bornea, he was pretty much fighting and boxing very well, but he doesn't have that snap on his punches like Martinez did. But Martinez was pretty much fainting, coming in, stop, then faint, come back in, then he really rushed him. He was a bum rusher with the 1, 2, or 3 or 4 punches. And then it backed him up. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now on TV. They're showing it this morning on Showtime. So, but still in all, that's what he was doing. So, Martinez, rough guy. He's a dog, no doubt about it. He got that dog in him. Now, Bornea, Bornea, he was pretty much, he was taking the punches. He was moving back and forth, jumping in, going to the body, 1, 2, 3, pretty much, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to stop Martinez and to bag him up. Martinez is tough. Martinez was chopping, but he was missing. Like I say, no accuracy at all. But if he clip you, you're gonna feel it, and that's why you saw that baseball up in the jaw of Bornea because he got clipped. He got clipped. Now,
Shit, busted his whole ear up too.
yes, sir. He also did that. And I saw that when that happened. I mean, his blood just started dribbling. He stopped. Never stop in the middle of a combination. Never stop in the middle of a sequence because I don't care you bleeding or the eyeballs hanging out. You finish your job, all right? You just keep on going. And I get it, the compassion and this and that, but forget that. This is boxing. But still in all, Martinez, I think he's beatable. I just think he haven't met the right guy yet that's going to challenge him on fundamental with power and with quick feet because Martinez is just, he's a big puncher and everything he throws is hard. Everything he throws is hard. Every punch is a knockout punch, so but let's see what happens with Martinez as he move on. But Bornea, he just couldn't take it no more. He just got beat down. He just got really beat down, and he just couldn't take it, So, but still in all, he'll be right back, y'all. All right. But still in all, I mean, he just couldn't take the punches, So, he tried. I mean, hey, A for effort. A for effort. Manel, he was A for effort. He was taking them flush. But still in all, he still wasn't he just wasn't durable. And Martinez, like I say, you can tell that he's a strong fighter. And this, like I say, this is super bantamweight. They are smaller guys, but this guy hits like almost a lightweight, or even harder. So I mean, man, that was it was a great fight. But Martinez, yeah, he was the rightful winner. He started teeing off on him, and then he started beating him up, bruising him up, things like that. What's up, Melly Mel Kqkc? Yes, sir. So he started messing him up, bruising him up, and of course, hey, that was it. Nothing else to be said. He just didn't have enough to stop Martinez, to keep him off of him. Now, at the beginning of the fight, he did. He had enough to keep him off of him. But still in all, once he got back into it, he just didn't have enough energy there. All right, because Martinez was going to the body. Martinez was going to the body. So, and once he went to the body, that was it. Borneo, he was pretty much running out of gas. So that's how I saw it, so but that's all I saw. So basically that's it. That's it. So what you got on that fight, Kel? I can see you. Are you froze? Are you froze? Okay. Okay, well, let me keep going then till you get to internet and get together. All right. But anyway, but still in all, I think that first fight was fire. Now, only problem that we had was the stoppages, the stoppages. But I think that stoppage, I mean, not stoppage, but I think that fight was one of the best fights that we had this year. All right. So okay. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. I see.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. My bad. I'm restarting my computer. I hopped on from my phone.
Okay.
Well, you done, and when my computer gets back going, I'll hop back on my computer. But
Okay.
did you
So
get
that's
done with the Fernando Martinez fight? You done?
yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, that was, yeah. I'm just talking about it. I'm just finishing up now on
Okay.
it. But still, in all, so Martinez just had a little more power than Borneo, and that basically what it is, So Borneo, he just didn't have enough to finish him off because throwing body shots and getting hit, and like I say, Martinez was pretty much chopping him down round by round. So basically, Martinez, yes, he deserved to win, but like I said, he's still undefeated. He defended his title, but still in all, let's see what happens down the line. So
Already.
Yeah, yeah.
This fight is an example to me of why I tell you guys to check out the predictions that we do on the channel, because in our prediction for this fight, I told you guys Bornea had never been past the 10th round. This is his first time ever fighting in a 12-round fight. And if you know anything about Fernando Martinez, when he took the belt from Kqkc and defended it against Kqkc, anything you know about him is that gas tank is relentless. Fernando Martinez don't stop coming. He slips real good, and he throws a lot of power shots, and he goes to the body and wears you down. So Bornea getting wore down like that and getting stopped late is something that you can definitely see coming if you look at these two fighters. Bornea had a good record, but he also never really fought anybody on the level of Fernando Martinez. So Fernando Martinez had the better experience, the proven gas tank. He just all around was a more proven fighter, and it showed. Bornea was very competitive early in the fight. He landed some good shots early in the fight, but when he lands those shots, what happened, OG, is he's used to landing those shots, and then guys stop coming. Martinez ain't that guy. Martinez is going to keep coming no matter what. He got a good beard on him, good chin, and he kept coming, and he was digging those hooks down to the body and slowing Bornea down. And if you guys notice, in about the 6th or 7th round, all of Bornea's movement went away. And at that point, it was, if he's tough, he can probably go the distance. If he's not tough, fight will probably get stopped late. And you could see Martinez slowly just pouring it on and pouring it on and pouring it on until, like you said, he messing the dude's jaw up, he busting his eardrums up. And then one thing I will say, while none of these Filipinos will ever beat Manny Pacquiao, because I think he's a once-in-a-generation fighter, they all do fight with heart. They all do try to show heart. They try to go out on their shield. They try to be tough. But he just couldn't do it. He couldn't last the distance. And Fernando Martinez, that last round and a half, teeing off on him, beating him up, having the corner look at him, the doctors look at him. He did what he was supposed to do as champion. And so the 115-pound division, man, they had 2 new champions crowned. I don't know if anybody knew that Josh Franco and Kazuta Ioka fought over in Japan. Ioka won the WBA title on early Saturday morning. And then now we got the 115-pound champion, Fernando Martinez. The WBO, I believe, is owned by Junto Nakatani. So there's some great champions at 115 pounds. The WBC is Juan Francisco Estrada. So I want to see all these guys get to mixing it up and get to fighting. Maybe we can get an undisputed champion at 115 pounds. Maybe a KQ's guy, Chocolatito. Maybe he can bounce back and get in the mix. But yeah, man, there's a lot going on at that division. So congratulations to Fernando Martinez. I think of the champions, he has probably the best gas tank, but also probably the most flaws. But somebody that punches that much, somebody that is that relentless, they can always be a factor, because if he wears you out, if he gets that gas tank depleted and he keeps going, he can always come on and do some damage to you late in the fight. So we'll see what happens, man. But I thought it was a real good fight. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it was a good fight. Make sure y'all hit the like button too. All right, yes sir. Get the likes up. All right, please. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, man. We got to get the likes up. If you can't donate to the OG, if you can't hit the super chat or hit his cash app, at least smash the like button. It's free, man. It's free. We got to get the likes up, man. Real talk.
Yes, sir. So yeah, like I said, Martinez, I think he's a good fighter, and like I say, I'm just curious what happened next. At in 115 now, these weight classes, they are so close together. When you get down to the lower weight classes, 115, 118, so basically he can fight in both weight classes. So I'm looking to see, are they going to combine them in the future? I don't know. What is it? 3 pounds difference, and so that 3 pound.
Yeah, I think somewhere between 112 and 118. One of them weight. You got 108, 112. 115, 118. One of them weight classes need to just go away. You should either have to go from 112 to 118 and get rid of 115, or go from 115 to 122 and get rid of 118. But that's just too many weight classes, man. At the end of the day, it's only 6 pounds between 112 and 118. So my vote would be you go from flyweight to junior bantam. I mean, from flyweight to bantamweight. Just get rid of the super flyweight division altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I would like to see him do, OG. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that would be better for boxing. I think that'll make more of the fighters have to fight each other, and then we have a better chance to get great fights in the future if they can't go hide in weight classes. Because what guys are doing is be like, oh, I'm at 112, all the smoke is here. Let me go up to 115. Then all the smoke come to 115. Well, shit, it's only 3 pounds. Let me drop back down to 112. So they be maneuvering and moving around competition and shit, and so. I'd rather them get rid of that 115 and make guys go from 112 to 118 and kind of do it like that. That would be my hope for boxing for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Should. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now we I highlighted this because Callan Truax, he fought last night. He fought on the prelim, and of course, he fought Burley Brooks, and I know you're familiar with him. He's from Texas. Of course, he was under the tutelage of Derrick James. Now Derrick James' brother is now training him, and so he put on a great performance against Truax. Great combination. Burley was throwing great combinations and everything, and Truax, I mean, he was slapping them with left and right, but Truax, he was at home, but I think this is the last fight. He's older, and he said, hey, if I don't win tonight, I'm just gonna call it quits. He's older in age, and if he haven't made it now, he's not gonna make it. So I mean, but still in all, Truax, he fought a good fight, but Burley, he just was a little bit more technical, younger, fresher, and he was piecing him up. Truax, he tried, but he's a crafty veteran. When he got hurt, and one thing about Truax, he always get cut over that eye. Right, both eyes are cut. Scar tissue just gone. What's up, Zena? Well, scar tissue just gone. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm happy for Burley. Yes, sir, Zena. Yes, sir. So I like Burley because he had a little rough patch knockout. Because I've been kind of following him a little bit here, a little bit there, and he must have been a standout fighter out there in Dallas, and that it didn't work out that way. He ran into a few bumps along the way, but now he's back, and now he looking pretty good. He looking real good. Now, if I get a chance, which I'm working on it now, to interview him and wonder why it took him at the age of 23 years of age to pretty much to go pro. So I'm just kind of curious about that. Money Brown knows him personally, and I like to interview him just pick his brain and pick his mind. What's the difference in Derrick James and Derrick James' brother? Are you more comfortable with his brother, or are you more comfortable with Derrick? But it doesn't matter. He's a good fighter. And I think he's one of the fighters that you're gonna hear about him later on in the sport of boxing. I think he's going to do a great job. But Truax, he always been that guy. But now, it's time, to hang it up. And he admitted it too. Sometimes, we see a lot of fighters come and go. We see a lot of fighters stay too long. But Truax, he knows when it's time to go, and now it's time to go for him. So that was on the prelims. That was like the main event on the prelims, and that was the last fight before the main card. So I just thought I'd mention that because I just saw the someone mention it Kqkc, but yeah, I think Truax is a good fighter, and hey, he just know when it's time to go. And I like that when fighters say, hey, you know what, I stayed too long, and I'm not the guy I used to be. I'm not the fighter I used to be. So he did, he did himself a service, So, but what's up, Juan Hernandez? What's going on with you? All right. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Knockout. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. I see you.
Hey man, I apologize, OG, and everybody in the chat. My Google Chrome is tripping. I had to get on the Firefox, and hopefully this will fix the problem. I don't know what the hell. StreamYard and Chrome ain't going together this morning for some reason. Everything else working fine, but I don't know what's going on, man. But my bad, OG. Erickson Lubin, man. Erickson Lubin and Luis Cuba Arias, they had a fight. This is one of the ones we were talking about with the stoppages and shit, man. I thought the stoppage was bad last night, but I kind of looked at it again this morning, man, and I might have a different opinion, but I'll let y'all know when it's on me. But OG, man, what you think about Erickson Lubin's comeback performance? We know he had the fight of the year last year against Sebastian Fundora, took a ton of punishment in that fight. This was his comeback fight. After that, man, what did you think of Erickson Lubin and Luis Cuba Arias, man?
Man, I think Erickson Lubin looked good. I think he looked a whole lot better. I think maybe time, maybe working on some few things, it helped a lot. He's bigger, I know that. I saw that last night. He's filling in the weight pretty good, and he was comfortable out there. He didn't feel no pressure out there, and he took his time. And then he was landing his shots. Now, it looked like it was a lot of bad blood at first between them, him and Aries. But still in all, I mean, Lubin did what he's supposed to do in the southpaw stance. He was throwing the right hook. He was throwing now. I mentioned this last night about the left hand on Lubin. He wasn't throwing the straight left. I mean, like punches like straight like this. He was doing this to the side, like bam, like hitting him with the side of the fist. I don't know what that came from. Maybe it's a plan. I don't know. But still in all, Lubin, he did a great job. He was changing up, and he went conventional. He went conventional for a while, and then he went back to southpaw. So Lubin, I mean, he's been working hard. I seen him in the gym with Adrian Broner. I seen him maybe in the gym with Javante there, because they all have Coach Cunningham in common. So Lubin, he did a great job on last night. He was taking a chance, and he knew Lubin was a dangerous puncher because he was going to the body. He was going to the body, and he was reaching when he was going to the body. He was reaching, and that's a no-no. I mean, he was reaching all the way across the street on the porch. That's how far he was reaching, and he could have got counted. And Lubin was trying to throw that uppercut ever since the first round. I saw that, but he kept missing. But then he finally landed it in the fourth round. So he finally worked on that uppercut, and he landed it. Now, of course, Arias, he could take it, but then Lubin, too much pressure got on Arias. Arias just couldn't take the pressure, the onslaught, because Lubin started stepping on the gas. So, man, next thing I know, man, Lubin going at him, and Lubin was throwing combinations. Combinations made him freeze up. So, but I think Lubin, I think he looked good last night. Yep.
Yeah, I thought he looked good. Now, was that fight at 160?
Yes, it was. Yeah, Lubin moved up from 154 to 160. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I thought he put on a good performance. He kept Arias at a distance. Arias, he only got 2 victories in his last 5 fights. The most notable win was Jerry Hurd, who we know is all washed up. But the thing with Erickson Lubin, man, is always gonna be what happens when he get hit. That's gonna always be like when he's in there, because Luis Arias just didn't have the tools. He was too slow. His feet aren't fast enough. His hands aren't fast enough. His boxing skills aren't up to par with Erickson Lubin. So Erickson Lubin was able to keep distance on him easily, push him back with the jab, look for that left hand, and he eventually caught him with a right hook that ended up getting the stoppage. So he did what he was supposed to do with a lesser opponent. But him being at 160 now, and he called for the winner of that fight, him, like what happens when he's in there with somebody like Carlos Adames that do got boxing skills and that can punch. Like, can he take that punch from somebody like Carlos Adames or the top guys at 160? That's what we always gonna have a question about. But he looked like a good, strong middleweight. This is a good debut fight for him. I thought he did his thing. The stoppage when it first happened, I was in your chat and I was like, man, that was a bad stoppage. But the more I go back and watch it, I kind of put that on Luis Arias, man. I put that on him. Like, you can't wait until 9.5 to get up. That's too risky.
Exactly.
That's too risky. You taught to get up on the 8 count, man.
Yeah.
When they get to 8, if you fine and you ready to continue, when they get to 8, you get your ass up. That's why they call it taking the 8 count. Like, when you get knocked down, even if it's just a flash knockdown, your corner, your trainer, everyone in boxing teaches you take that 8 count so you can recover, so you can get your wits about yourself. He waited till the ref got to 9 and then started making his way to his feet. Bro, like,
yeah,
they weighed that shit off. That's on you. Right. That's on you. So to me, it showed he probably didn't really want to continue like that. Because like you said before the fight, if all that bad blood was there, if you really felt the way that you was acting like you felt in the build-up and you was okay, your ass getting up on 8, bro. You're not taking no chances. You're not taking no chances waiting till the 9 count, and then you want to get mad. Well, bro, he said 9. You started making your way up, and you didn't get up until it was almost 10, and so he weighed that motherfucker off. That's on you, bro. You an experienced fighter. You a former Olympian. You've been in the ring at least 20-something times. Wow. You are taught. I know this for a fact, bro. Fighters are taught. You take the 8 count, and if you okay, you start making your way up at 8. Because if you don't want to make it to where you start making your way up at 9, and then the motherfucker stop the fight on your ass, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. No one is supposed to do that. So I thought he made a mistake. So I said it was a bad stoppage last night, but I don't think so anymore, man. I put that on Luis Cuba Arias. What do you think, OG? It was a big controversial stoppage when it first happened. They even did a vote, and they were like 70% of people said that was a bad stoppage. Well, I disagree with that 70%. I put that on the fighter. What you think of the stoppage between Arias and Lubin last night?
Well, you know, I'm like the crowd, the poll, whatever, that had 70% that said it was a bad stoppage. Yeah. But now, as you go back and look at the fight, which I just looked at it now because they got a Dominus fight now, a James fight now. But I looked at it and I'm like, man, wow. You know, then I said, wait a minute, you know, because he got up off of one knee and almost 9, right? You know, you got to be all the way up.
Facts.
You got to have both legs standing up. And so that wasn't a bad stoppage. It wasn't a quick count. Because remember, when the referee or when you get knocked down, all right, the judge table, they count. They stand up 1. They stand up 2. Then the referee picks up what they are counting at. Right. Yeah. So you know, it's no just don't blame the referee now. Okay, because the judges, they are on it. You know, so he just picked up what they left off for, and he started his count. His count wasn't fast. His count was just exactly 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So no, I don't think it was a bad stoppage. I just think
he was over there. He more hurt than he wanted to admit. Right. And he probably saw the end coming because remember, that was early in the round. Right. It was still like 2 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? And you make a decision. Do you want to go out on your shield or do you want to just call it? You know what I mean? And he decided to just call it, bro. He quit without quitting. Right. I'm going to quit because I know the rule. I know I should really get up right now, but I'm going to be a little slow getting up. Then I'm going to just get up. Then I'm going to act like I'm mad that you waved the shit off. Like, I'm not. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't falling for that, man. It is what it is. If he, again, bro, when you don't do some basic shit that all fighters are taught to do, I'm not putting it on the ref. So y'all can say long count, short count, quick count. But when I know that from the time that they started doing the 10 count shit, everybody teach you to get your ass up on 8. So they give you time. The ref know that they ain't nowhere close to 10. You start getting up after 8. Now you in that gray area. That shit is on you. So if you was really okay and that punch didn't hurt you, you get your ass up on 8, and then we ain't even having this conversation. But that's all I got, man, on that fight. We got the main event to talk about.
Just real quick,
Yes,
because
sir.
him and Lubin, at the weigh-in, they was going at it, and Lubin was in his face, he was in his face, and of course he came out reckless, and pretty much rough and tough, but then he got to feel the power. Then he got to feel the power of Lubin, and then he got hit with a couple good shots. Then then that changed your mind. See, like I say, a lot of these guys, they know how the other guy punch without getting hit flush. You get hit on the elbow, you know how hard it is. You get hit right there on the arm, you know how hard they punch. So your defense is your offense at that time. But now Arias, he felt the power. And then he got hit pretty much. It wasn't really a flush shot, but he got hit with a shot, and he didn't want no more, and that was his way out. Now,
he knew the shit. He knew the shit because they sparred before, and the footage is up on YouTube. Erickson Lubin beat the shit out of him in sparring.
Okay.
So he knew what Erickson Lubin did to him with 16-ounce gloves and headgear on, bro.
Oh wow.
He knew what was up, man. He was just bluffing, man. You know how you get your ass whooped and you try to act like I ain't scared. I'll fight you again.
Right.
But you already know what the hell about to happen to you and shit. That's what he was on, man.
Hold me back.
Yeah, hold me back. Yeah, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. I see. Like, we can't look the shit up. You can look the shit up on YouTube right now. Erickson Lubin out here beating the shit out that man in sparring, bro. Like, I already knew what was gonna happen. That was probably the easiest fight of the night to pick, man. But let's get to the main event, man. We got 15 minutes. Julian J. Rock Williams, man. Carlos Adames. Breadman, old cool, calm, collective ass, cussing motherfuckers out and shit, man. What's going on, man? The fight was so damn good, though, man. What you got on Adames and J. Rock, man?
Man, let me turn this off. I'm looking at them fighting actually right now. But J. Rock, listen, I said this last night, beginning of the first round. J. Rock was fighting great, man. He was fighting great. I mean, he was boxing him, and this is what he should have been doing the whole fight. But James, he drew him into a fight. He drew him into a pretty much firefight, and you didn't want that. Julian just don't have that power that James has, and we saw that. But J. Rock, he's a great boxer. We already saw that when he fought Charlo, but it was a good fight because Julian he was getting touched up about James, but J. Rock came back. And he hit him with nice shots. Like I said, he's a great boxer, but he's just not a great fighter. He just don't have that power. He has enough power to keep you off of him. But James, he came forward, and he's the type of fighter that he would swing, he would stay on you, he would windmill and miss. He missed a lot, and then he'll land a lot. But he would pretty much punch himself out. And we noticed the next round after he pretty much teed off on J. Rock, he was winded, and that's when J. Rock jumped on him. That's when he jumped on and had one of the best rounds of the fight. But then again, once again, like I say, I was telling everyone, hey, look, every other round, James would get burnt out because of the punches he throwing, and there go J. Rock jumping right back on him. But still in all, Dane, he mentioned this, that, you want to knock a tree down. Okay. What you do is you punch in the middle, you punch at the bottom. And that's what Dame did. He focused on the body. That's what he did. He focused on the body. And those body shots, they took a toll on J. Rock. I mean, I'm not talking about just one like Floyd or Andre Ward go down, bam, to the stern, bam, to the stern, come back up. No, he was shoe shining the body. He was shoe shining the body from the left to right in the middle. That's what he was doing. And that was breaking J. Rock down. And J. Rock was trying to pretty much hold on to him. But Dane, he refused to clinch. No, you're not about to do that. No, we finna fight. And that's what he did. I mean, J. Rock couldn't hold on to the big guy. you know, and then Dane just start one again, windmilling the right hand, the left hand, and he got power in his punches. He got power in his punches, but J-Rock is a good defensive fighter, damn good fighter. He's a damn good trainer, the bread man, calm, cool, and collective. You know, hey, look here, man. Are you all right? Okay, then. Get in there and win this fight. You know, if you win this fight, man, hey, there's a big fight coming back in history. You know, I mean, just, trying to motivate them, but still in all, I mean, he just didn't have enough, but J-Rock had great defense. Now, you talking about bad stoppages? Now, this is coming to be a bad stoppage right here, this main event, because Dan at the stop getting close to the stoppage, yeah, J-Rock did get hit by a nice right hand, and it did wobble him. J-Rock admitted it. Yes, I was hurt a little bit, but this is boxing. This is boxing, but I can still punch. Of course, like I say, I have a book on refereeing. And as long as the fighter can fight back, they should be allowed to fight. And one thing about it, the bread man is right. You in a championship fight. You in a fight for a belt. You don't just stop a fight with 12 seconds left in the round, and you don't even got 2 more rounds to go, 1 more round to go. And he wasn't even hurt. And matter of fact, in the time of the stoppage, the J-Rock was throwing it.
He had just turned the dumbest ass, and he was throwing the jab, bro.
Exactly, right.
Hey, his back was on the road. He was getting beat. He turned the dumbest, and he threw a jab, and then the ref like, nah, I'm good. Like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
What? Come
right.
on,
and J-Rock like, wait a minute, what? And I saw the towel fly in the ring. I said, wait a minute. No, he didn't throw it in that towel. He threw the towel.
Yeah, he threw that shit at the ref. Like, motherfucker.
Right. Because he was.
Hey, I think J-Rock probably would have been stopped in the next round. He was dog tired. He was hurt.
Right.
The dumbest had figured out going to his body and shit.
Right.
He probably would have got stopped the next round.
Right.
But bro, you gotta let him fight in that moment, man.
Right.
Or maybe it was 12 seconds left in the round. Maybe a dumbest would have threw something back and stopped his ass then. But in that moment where he stopped him, that was a horrible stoppage.
Yeah. And I don't know how true this is, but the bread man, he didn't give it away. I heard this too, that J-Rock might be giving it up, because that's why bread man said, man, this is man last fight or might be his last fight. Let him go out on his shield. And like J-Rock said, look, I'm good, and this is boxing. Yes, I was buzzed, but like I say, like you said, hey, he turned a name. He turned him on the ropes and get ready to throw that jab, but the referee stepped in, and he was like, wait a minute, damn, you stopped the momentum, so basically, it is what it is. And, like I say, on the bread man, right? Sometimes the A side,
that
always,
quick trigger.
Right. They're always doing that. So that's all I got.
They let the A side almost die.
Right.
If the A side get hurt, remember when Navarrete almost got knocked out by that European dude? They let Navarrete recover like a mud. They were, bro, it's crazy how they do, man. But as far as the fight, like you, I thought it was a great fight. Adamas showed a lot of different layers, man. The way that he was able to take angles, I always thought of him as a counter puncher and somebody that would time you, but he showed that he can fight on the inside. And J-Rock craft on the inside is nasty, bro. His craft on the inside is nasty. And the fact that Adamas was able to not only hold his own, but get the better of him on the inside by taking different angles, switching stances and shit, digging to the body with those uppercuts, even throwing the jab in close, giving J-Rock the shoulder. Adamas can fight, bro.
Yeah.
Adamas can fight because J-Rock got skills. And I find myself, y'all, I always wonder, like, when we analyze this boxing shit, like, what's more important, the skills or the intangibles? And I think J-Rock is an interesting study case because J-Rock got all the skill. Like, jab is good, power is above average, great inside game, good defense. He got all that, but he missing 2 key things that ain't got nothing to do with your skills, man. For whatever reason, his chin, and his conditioning, bro.
Yep.
He can look. He number one. You know, at the highest level, when he got to the highest level of 154, and now the highest level of 160, you know, at least some point in the fight, J-Rock gonna always get hurt. You know that for a fact. If it's a high level fight against a world class opponent, J-Rock gonna get hurt. You know that. So chin is always in question. And then you also know J-Rock gonna get tired. No matter how hard he trained, he can look like he in phenomenal shape, and he was in great shape. He can look like he is just been putting in all the work. But you also know at some point in the fight, his ass gonna get tired. And I just don't think you can compete at the world class level, compete for championships, fight other champions, fight other world class fighters. I don't think you can compete no matter how good your skills are. I don't think you can compete with chin issues and conditioning issues. Maybe you can get by with one, maybe, but he got two of them. And it's the same shit I told y'all about Tony Harrison, bro. Like, it's something about J-Rock, man. I don't know if it's a bread man thing, because now y'all got me thinking about Caleb Plant. I don't know what it is, but it seemed like bread man fighters, they get tired, bro. They get tired. Now, you got to give Adames credit for him going to the body, but I watched J-Rock lose a fight he shouldn't have to the dude Vladimir Hernandez or Guerrero, whatever his name was. J-Rock was up like 4-0, and he just fell apart. He just fell apart at the end of that motherfucker, man. And so in this fight, I do think the stoppage was bad. I think Adames was on his way to getting the stoppage anyway, and they showed the scorecards. He was up on a lot of scorecards, and J-Rock was fading. So you know, he was probably gonna lose the fight anyway, unless he came up with a punch to stop Adames. But I agree with OG. I think the stoppage was horrible. I don't know, because I know what I'm gonna get from J-Rock. I think if you see him, if they announce him versus Jamal Charlo at 160, or him versus another champion at 160, or you know, him versus Erickson Lubin at 160. If they start to announce those fights, you'll be like, yo, J-Rock could win the fight, but you would always know in the back of your head, like, okay, he gonna get hurt, and his ass gonna get tired. So it's always hard to pick him now at the highest level, because those are two flaws, man, that you can't overcome, bro. You can't overcome your gas tank and your chin, bro, because them dudes gonna touch your chin.
Yeah.
You know, so that I thought he put on the value and effort. And if that's his last fight, man, I'll always remember what he did to Jerry Hurd in 2019 when Jerry Hurd was that guy. J-Rock stood in the pocket with his ass on that inside, bro, and put on just a nasty, beautiful performance. That's what I'm gonna remember him for. But I do think that at the highest level, OG, I think he done, man. I don't think he'll be world champion again. No. And I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think he got much left, man.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. You know, like I said, you're right. You know, a lot of the bread man fighters, they do run out of gas. And a matter of fact, I think Dane beat two of his fighters. You know, counting on bread man last night. So
who else he beat?
I forgot the other one. But I know it was two of them. Matter of fact, they mentioned it last night in the ring. He said, we beat two of your fighters. But I'm trying to figure out who's the other one. I think of it.
Me too. I'm trying to think too. I'm about to look at Adames' resume, but I'm scared if I go look at it, my damn internet might bullshit again. So I'm just going to stay where I'm at right now, man. I'm going to leave that shit alone. Okay. I want to ask you one more thing. I know we're getting close to time, but I got to ask you one more thing, man. And I shot a video on this yesterday, and I'm sure you saw it. If you haven't, I'm sure you'll be talking about it next week, man. But Timothy Bradley, bro.
Yeah.
Timothy Bradley was doing the Max on Boxing shit, OG, and he said some shit that just got me. I'm like, this crybaby shit already, and the fight ain't even happened yet. Like, it's really irking my nerves. So he said his one concern in the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight is, can Terrence Crawford get a decision on the scorecards in Vegas that they may rob Bud Crawford in the fight? And he said that shit in public for everybody to hear. So my question is, what's all this energy all of a sudden? Like, this is the same Tim Bradley that said Errol Spence ain't got no shot. The same Tim Bradley that said Bud Crawford gonna knock his ass out. Earl Spence got a lot of holes in his game, and he ain't on Bud Crawford level. Now all of a sudden, as we get closer to the fight, now only a month away from the fight, now he talking about Bud getting robbed in the fight. Man, what's going on with these dudes and all this changing of their energy and all of a sudden they seem to realize that Earl Spence is a good fighter and he may present some problems, man. What do you think of those comments from Tim Bradley, man?
Well, Tim Bradley is not the only one. I mean, content creators, Bud Crawford fans. All right, it all was an act. They knew Earl Spence was a good fighter, but they were trying to pick and choose or trying to find something that would bring him down. Pretty much put Bud up here and him down here. But now it's here. The fight is made. Now, as long as the fight wasn't made, they was free to say whatever they want to say. But now we're here. So now when that outcome and when that fight take place, then they got to have an excuse ready. They got to have an excuse ready because they're going to say, oh, well, he got robbed. All right, he got robbed because such and such this or whatever they might think of. And that's not Timothy Bradley.
But Earl ain't from Vegas. I could see if the fight was in Dallas.
Right. Exactly.
Earl ain't from Vegas, bro. What the fuck?
And what make it so bad, they see that. Now, keep in mind, Terrence Crawford was the favorite up to now. I mean, he's still the favorite. But now it's getting closer. It's getting closer and closer to the fight. And Earl Spence is moving closer and closer to that being a 50-50 fight now. So now they are saying that Earl Spence is mature. He's more focused. He is pretty much serious. He is pretty much in shape. I mean, so they know
shit that you could see 2 years ago.
Right.
Shit that he admitted to and fixed years ago. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Exactly. They like, wait a minute, this Earl Spence guy is breaking eye sockets, breaking ribs. And I'm not trying to put him on a pedestal or anything, but they know this guy is durable. They know this guy is tough. And they know if a Ferrari that threw you out the top of a sunroof, if that can't break you, then Bud Crawford can't break you. So they know that. They know that. And now they are saying, okay, well, he's going to get robbed. No, he's not going to get robbed. He's going to win. Right? And you got to win. And matter of fact, I think Earl going to win in high fashion. And see, this separates the man from the boys. Right? And that's what makes you a great fighter. Your level of competition that you fought. And Bud Crawford competition is nowhere next to the competition that Earl Spence fought. That's why you get the words heavy lifting from. That's when you get words like the truth from. Because everything Earl Spence has said, and this is not a cliche, but it always came to fruition. Everything Bud said is always either a guess or a contradiction or, a lie. How about that? How about just a lie? And that's what it is. You try to intimidate Derrick James. Hey, it didn't work. It didn't work. You tried everything, but it didn't work. Bernie the boxer, the one that looked like Chuck E. Cheese, right? He the same one that said, well, that ain't normal. You break an eye socket, that ain't normal, right? But see, if Earl Spence was that guy like a Terrence Crawford, he could say, well, why Terrence over at Snack? Why he's over at Snack so much? Right? Because let's be honest now, Victor Conti ain't no choir boy. All right? He ain't no choir boy on Sunday mornings now. Y'all know that, right? But of course, a lot of other fighters go to Snack. So, that's so I'm just saying, but hey.
Don't Devin Haney got a Snack shirt? All right, let me
stop. Yes, sir.
Let me stop.
Yes, sir. Right,
I don't want Jay Grant Jr. to log off early. Let me stop.
Okay. I mean, but it is what it is, It's the same way with Devin Haney too, The same way with him, Look, if you free, then speak up. But if you tied up, then shut up. That's all.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So for me, man, Tim Bradley, bro, I just keep it like I don't like all of this. I don't like all this class all of a sudden, but like I don't like it. I don't want No, don't get classy on me now, bro. I keep telling people this shit when it comes to Devin and Tank and Earl and Bud, bro. Don't get classy now. Don't all of a sudden talk about, because now Tim Bradley, bro, he talking about, oh, Bud might get robbed. Earl is a prolific fighter. Earl is good. Earl is that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
What? Like what? No, bro. No, I need you to keep calling him. Call him basic. Tell us how Bud gonna knock his ass out. How Bud is on a whole different level, and how Earl ain't got no shot. I don't want that saying. I don't want no respect for Earl now, bro. Do not respect him now. Right. Don't start acting like he good now that it's a month away from the fight. Cause now what you letting me know is all that shit you were saying before was fake. See, I like people that really believe what they were saying and shit, bro. See, me, I believe what I'm saying. That's why I'm still here yelling Earl gonna beat that boy ass, man. That's why I'm still popping my shit, because none of it was fake. It was all 100% real. So I just, man, I hate to see guys like Tim Bradley go out like that, because although I disagree, Tim Bradley, say what Cecil Jackson is saying in the chat, man. Because Cecil was probably saying that shit before the fight got signed. He's saying the same shit now. It's going to be a fish fry. Bud going to whoop Earl ass. You was talking like Cecil all the way up until the fight got signed. Now the fight is signed, and all you can hear Tim Bradley say is, well, my one concern, Max, and this is a serious concern. My one concern is, can Bud get a fair shake? When Bud ever not got a fair shake, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rick Tim. Rick Tim's here. Do what Rick Tim is doing. Rick Tim is saying Bud gonna whoop Earl ass since I met him. And he's saying the same shit now. I don't like Tim Bradley doing that shit, man. Cause it's like what I think it is. A lot of these guys, OG, they are getting their excuses ready. You know what I'm saying? They're getting
there you go.
So if I'm wrong, I can tell y'all that I kind of saw it coming. So I'm wrong, but I'm not all the way wrong. So I'm Earl won and I picked Bud to win. But remember, I told y'all it's gonna be tough for Bud to get a decision. Remember, I told y'all that Earl was very good and he had a good jab. So I kind of let y'all know that it's like they playing both sides, bro. And I need everybody to pick, like you got right and left. Pick your side and stand on that shit, and then just give the flowers if your person lose on July 30th. When you wake up that next day on July 30th, just give the winner the respect that they deserve, bro. Just give the winner the respect that they deserve. Don't be flipping and flopping and shit. I don't like that flippy floppy shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it. Shit getting real now. It's getting real, and now they got to face the truth, So that means that you got to put Spence up here now, because he's not fighting that David Amnesia, right? No. You're not fighting a Sean Porter on his way out the door. No. You're not doing that. You're not fighting a Dongo. You're not fighting a Jeff Horn. You fighting an elite fighter. And now I hear, oh man, they both got great skills. They both this and that. Now they both, right? So keep that energy. Keep that same.
Oh, now Earl just got good.
Right.
He just got good when he about to fight Bud. I ain't about trying to hear that shit, man. Who you fooling? Now his jab didn't change, bro. His jab didn't change. His inside game didn't change. He the fighter that he was, bro. And now all of a sudden you can see the talent now. Crazy, bro. Yeah, crazy. Man. But that's all I got, OG, man. You got any last words, man, before we dip and close the show out, man?
No, sir, man. Listen, everybody. Thank everybody for coming out last night. I will be live tomorrow, but I will be off Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. My father having surgery Tuesday, so possibly Wednesday. But keep an eye on the community page. But definitely Tuesday I won't be live, but I will be live tomorrow. Okay. So with that's all I got, baby. Yes, sir.
Hey man, look, man. For me, man, I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all be sure to come by the show. We're dropping content on a daily basis, so be sure to check out the videos. And sub to KQKC and hit the like button on your way out, and sub to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. We appreciate y'all, and that's all I got, man. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right, everybody have a good Sunday, and everybody have a good work week. And with that, we out of here.
Peace out, y'all.
All right, peace.